Ken character no eno na Ghana for dodo na no pe say oman me di oman nanim. He's a Ghana here leader or your discipline. Ghana here leader seven preduasa or didn't nice see from Ghana here candinia or no or see adie yo or can obetumi ayi obi anani eden a onim nia oye obi a seven preduasa obi antumi enye ne sese bi koliko and I say entumi control no enchinchim nensa so eno sa subai no and honorable Kennedy Agyapong ekuta share Dr. Bawumia character be a one so 2024 be a candidate asembe na oka o se me de na me ye mate o na me de na me ye mate o afa mu first year ne mame ye ka ade bia na ewo aban no mu akufa na Dr. Bawumia se na oye mate
ne ma na enkoye no
enoma enkoye no Dr. Bawumia se na oye mate so we obi opese we di oman animu ana se we ye kandini pa. These are some of the qualities se enkoye kwa na shenkran enyu hu frim sa suban na America no enye the sign of a good leader sa pepepe na omo di Dr. Bawumia chi bi ensam fata kodi di atamu a o se me pa cho Bawumia de menya hwio Bawumia de. You see, this is a bad quality of a bad leader. Kennedy Agyapong is the Donald Trump of Ghanaian politics. I'm telling you, look,
very firm.
He is firm.
Yeah, so this simple thing, you mean we cannot produce it ourselves?
Yes, so this is important.
Right, and we are spending money to go and import this. Look, this, if you are Muslim, this is what you need. This is sparkling wine, and non-alcoholic, made from pineapple seed for yourself.
Awusia kompra ko Kennedy Agyapong ne campaign no or the akwa defense star ama Ghana for ne NPP delegate eni agye pa nya ni da so so kwisan se edurumere bi na bambu aba se wa ban aba abetra so 8 years na wanya adwuma yemfi woni ade na ene o manya dira so se Kennedy nye obi a o de ne se bo adwe anu asafa awie ne nyina no eye nsema hodo bi a Kennedy dia tudwa na asem kura how we be create adwuma how we bo ma Ghana akoso how a Ghana yenko besia bo ye honya bobo bi abusia yade a this time around Ghana fo bi say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia suban bi wo no so na sa suban ne se wanya ya ebe ha no papa e wo na bra bo a wo boko e wo mi se akona ntupanyimfo na so e se fata se wotie ne nyina ne se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kan nipa kuo honom ko e bibi na wono ne die ni mu ne se asemba ho pe no atwe ne ho me de menka ho yes mama examples anaso mama enhweso bibire kire se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sa suban no won so ati se uye leader ne kwa se uye o putu sa suban no se uye leader one manfo okọ bibia si asmenka ho emanfo no ama example se 2020 and 2024 ebra obepe abad brand position ti o hyase an na me mate na me de me mon first year na me this time be driver there let say we between another down kwakufuado because to be the second gentleman of the land no enye de breketo na so ni nyina no o kirem se no we mate na ni aso eno ye one na nse wasade betu dwa se o to abama me atoma me obi odi machi a o ka ne nsam de me de me mfa no ho me de me nsoma no me de me yesi leader the quality say what's wo mu no na so de toto akompra ko Kennedy Agyapong wa mamamfo salutu papa na papa enya no afro mo tufu mo atwu anim na ogai ati say waye bia ye wo numerous examples between the aba buja get connected dumedi na nya santoa omo expose Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia papa na omo tro lie to the unity talk kompra ko Kennedy eko abusia wankasa woni beje how o chiremanfo no how manfo no connect how manfo no enya ni daso the NPP SS sorry bio no enya asanketua yani bre ni egotie the talk nyema ekoso wankasa chirajo conversation share this video ema
bon komo akire wo mo hia se 31st January 2026 abano yenkoto mo obi enkonkose abano na ebeto amayewura Kennedy akompreko Agyapong free mu ba no enya asem ketwa ye de nyina bebro na no pay e wo get connected jumedie no eso na hu said ya ensem no esiti enya kasa akwa eye pragmatic approach na yewura na ankasa ka no realistic approach ɛna ɔde yɛ adwuma nsɛm a ɔka biara no consistent na ɔka bɛsisi so sɛdeɛ ɔka ne ndora no pɛpɛɛpɛ na bi tie jingle no kwa na bɛte sɛ ɔka pragmatic ɛna me the 5 northern regions ɛna ɛbɛfidi the whole Africa the same message ɛna ɔkɔpie mu ɛwɔ ɛyɛ northern regions no mu no ɔsan ɛka ɛwɔ hɔ so he is consistent ɛnya de ɔdanda ne ho onim deɛ ɔyɛ from day one up to this point yɛbɛwuram ɛwɔ ne tonim free savannah ɛna ɛno a wɔwuram ɛwɔ ɛyɛ upper west a hɔ nso so no ɔne adehye ɛtwetwe nkɔmɔ sɛdeɛ ɛsɛm no tie de nyinaa ho ama ne bɔ ne mfoni no ɛbɛbrɛ ɔne abɔ ho nkɔmɔ na wokɔ the other side of the aisle so ɔtum sɛ hɔ so mpanimfoɔ bi toto aboɔ ɛba park no so anɔpa will do justice to some of nsɛm ahodoɔ a ɛyi mu ɛtoto ɛde ba agɔprama no so na yɛtumi ahwɛ ne atenetene ne nyinaa ni kama ɛnora on the show ohun sɛ chairman ɛyɛ apiagye ɛbɔ mmɔden ɛkyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm mu a nsɛm bi a yɛwura nana akomea ɛkɔkye delegate ne bi hyɛ baabi a na ɔbɔgu sɛ ɛyɛ to aba ne ma character ne ade saa asɛm no biribi a kamɛyɛ sɛ it's becoming an order of the day other side they don't have any message or they the campaign now it's all about you can characterize as a character assassination they just pick 1 or 2 stuff beer and you come and just to throw something out there and pay will do justice to Sanya man now feel no yet in some not to be BS yet to Medinia Sabo Aquana Chimit Nedjumedi want to pay Eddie Ama chairman so no any charming Emma Jumedi Eddie copy baby can pay me Eddie Amano now said the amendment the BIA introduced where the amount na ye no and so many opening poprobi and Eddie Shemu it's not a new face only next year with Jumedi so it's becoming more familiar. Saturday say also on this share so I think say na just nema de na kwamwa eno no eye kwadwo dankwa ena no pay so me sasa ka no e wo fidie mo bie mu a me ne no ebedi enkomo ne body bunkum na ya bon saa ne de ba na bibia timi awie peye ne de no twa ne tia keke dankwa na just say timi asiso pepe we ne bibia bokọ de
yes o do nana bibia bokọ ena so de where do boss are there where do me so pa
na be ne de
sa
be be every bako
bibia bokọ
street no
street no so aye de eni o me koye
sa wa hu
seven period am me wogidie say na street no so ka no delegates need end of the day no se delegates no obi e dey na babia no street no ene be market delegates no se delegates no mo choice amu yiye no eye anase enye no Ghana for in general eno mo dom kokromoti ebe che se eye anase enye enti mo maya somra fom na ye maya so enna bonten na ye ntietie ni Ghana for dodo na no epe no na omone no aye den etu anamon se omampanyin 2028 na delegates so no ye sa pepepe
as a street no eso enkomo na yera keke dankwa ede ato no say why the na yera kene dia compare ko Agyapong the message no say be the street na som the adwuma na obi empe o ye ni bravo okro a ye pe bibi de ensa ye na eja ye sa atimi akoya no enye kasatenti bia na enseptenti bia o say street no sa na street ne kan pe bebo awuram na afia hwe nsem no na ye bo ho nkomo sa be yera kene dia Agyapong ewo eye upper west of savannah awuram ewo upper west at all no eguso asema hodo bi odi tutu dwara pe be ma etiefo hu se de tena fe yebo e de awuram but there's this message pop up from the other side of the aisle tum say ya hwe ne amoho nkomo a emwa the first one was Nsembia Eyeyera former leader Osechemi Sabosu ekokan on city with Yenua Bernard Avila and Abraham Mochoche nkomo yi nsem gu ho na nkomo no was about who to lead NPP as a party in these times. But Odin Komona Wajampe Eddie Kokosi character. That conversation is becoming something I say when a boho and komo. Ghana history we have leaders. Obiane said you city Obiane de in this particular moment, you know, you were Agyapong are the name to lead NPP party, and not just the NPP party, because to win the general election, become the president. Yes. Yeah, when I feel funny, just opposite to other leaders almost where you in the NPP in terms of credibility. In terms of trust, in terms of Nipan and the weight as Obi more minor two, but not just flag bearer and Kwanso winning. Obit medio minor no. yen fancy ni I missed sa a character conversation come see you what the other side decided to drum home about.
Nana, it's rather unfortunate. Say, baby, MPP Saman you drew no. 7 periods a year, Babeko Akensia, a year branding say no. Na 7 periods a campaign kwa dane communist inferior tactics be and I be more a use. So what I say, so you will be a messenger. Sabi o message no krano enso ka. Enti anya dia ube jaipo na nka wakwa ka obi ho asem say character ne ho nkone ba. But wo hwe senya trend no e no a akwa say honestly Dr. Bawumia camp no message bie ni hono mo a efiri hono mo ba. Not a single message. Asem ni nyina kwa say o aka 9 pe aka mo pe it's say me who message bia I can conscious and be nim Emma delegates. The BBR nim it is so
empty. One constituency, one budget.
Me pacho yente Ghana ha is that nema we in a street in person mo better no. Ah we say nema we na Ghana for person mo better no. Ye bag aban mu Ebeke kansem $1 million, one constituency, one village, one dam, one gen, one man, one woman. Ye kansem pi. Ekowi ekosi say. Aho eno na ama sisi ano akwakwa ye say Dr. Bawumia message biye ni wono mo Ghana for edge atum. It's difficult. Delegates say ya hena ya tutu na meyi a campaign ye beye din amaye. Mome hwe nipa ebetume de na kwa campaign ye no ebeye mre ama menu mienu se hye Valentin boot na se tisi nkrase kwa kasa cha Ghana fo a obi a Ghana fo benya ne mugidie omo ka about character e dey say Kennedy akompre ko Agyapong. It is rather unfortunate. Ken character no eno na Ghana fo dodo na no pe se o ma me di o man nanim hwe Madam for be cansem bi me kan TV so there na abonten komo kaka na me dey tum
yo kakra na
edu ba bia ye hu se wo ye den ebe MPP NDC MPP NDC na nka e ka ono nko a ti asem o ka street fo ni bi no
boy nkobo
yes o se e ka ono nko a nka me fa ne se NDC emma me di 8 years sa 8 years no obi an contest no say the MPP be contested there be near case NDC mo amunyi nipa mra o dey only 8 years obi an MPP so mo amunyi nipa ba akomra na Ghana fo nyina ye nto no so aba na ono susu ndi 8 years ye wi an ka soldier fo aba be di 4 years pe na ka soldier fo the cleaning system na discipline asaya bamu keke street in common so na make us na okay nyina no say I think say Ghana here leader or ye discipline Ghana here leader sabin prediasa or didn't nice form Ghana here kendinia or no or si adie yo or kan obetumi ayi obi anani eden a onim nia oye obi asabin prediasa obi antumi enye ne sesebi o koliko and I say entumi control no enchinchim nensa so eno sa suban no na honorable Kennedy Agyapong ekuta sa suban no na honorable Kennedy akompra Agyapong okuta hwe bibi. It is rather unfortunate say na now komia mo ne mpanyimfo bi a di Dr. Bawumia echi no akwakwo hye nkomo na se free honom na ebebu abon sisi a wo ye kandini a ho e we set abribia no ugina pintin one omanfo se ekoyie o enkoyie o e we se oye den o tatwo hwe Dr. Bawumia character bi a wono so ya 2024 be ye candidate asembe na oka Ose me de na me ye mate o. Na me de na me ye mate o afa mu first year ne mame. Ye ka ade bia na ewo aban no mu akufa na Dr. Bawumia se na oye mate.
Nioma na enkoyie no.
Nioma enkoyie no Dr. Bawumia se na oye mate. Ose na nya na na okuta stia no. We sa na leader anakandini ekasa. So we obi opese we di oman animu ana se we ye kandini pa. These are some of the qualities se enkoyie kwa na hyenkran enyu hu mfrim entwe hu nyina je se me de anyamia o me de menka hu me de
be ka se own it up
you need to ade na wo ankasa wo man up Dr. Bawumia and to me shows our character no. Na mo amudi na chi no on eni o Bawumia anka hwe mo amudi na chi no mo na mo de ba so eso edi kan na chi no eso edi sha. Nye ne question komo na si o. Na anu ya na mo kofa ba yo. So what I say
my production for no ama na akomia video no. Okay, so that we will put this conversation to context.
And no sa suban na America no. And the sign of a good leader. Sa pepe and na omo di Dr. Bawumia Yechi bi ensam fata kodi di atemu a o se me pa cho Bawumia de menya hwio Bawumia de, you see, this is a bad quality of a bad leader. You understand? Who you look and ni nkofo di wachi eye ne ma hu hias me de anyamia o. You can't even call them to order. Oh nana. O de you better aso send your kan no. Nti no ba miss. You better discussing here.
All right. Ti abusua e komo no eno no. Ye hwe na afia de nana akomia ensem a enye ono nko na kasa ansem. Se enra ye chechi mu. Former leader enso ko kasa ansem. I think that line said ya era Kojo Danko e kan no. We below the belt. We shouldn't go there at all. We shouldn't go there. Because before we play that video, and I was just thinking about the Ghanaian, no, it's not timid though.
Of course.
True character of the typical Ghanaian, of course. And yet timid. Don't hear history anymore. Yes. Leaders are before independence or up to this point, they try to find a way out. No, leaders you know show up. It shows that Ghana we are not timid. Ghanaian yet timid. Ghana for leader or you bold.
Yes.
Senior okay, no confident. Only their oye.
Yes.
That character no. All around here, Kennedy accomplished.
Of course, you see, the MPP in the can say. Kennedy Agyapong is the Donald Trump of Ghanaian politics. I'm telling you, look.
Very firm.
He is firm. Kennedy, no. He is firm. To be honest with you, Sebin Prediasa, Kennedy Agyapong, and a Sebio, and Sembia, the other Dr. Bawumia, and Crawford, Eka, say, na owa bemuno, na oka, no obinfa, and I say, na oma kanase, na omu manun to me, and yenya was away. Say, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Agyapong and I say wabra onim senya opesa oye no eye papa mpacho ugidi se nke be yi and no na ye can this is the kind of person na Ghana here
eminu sa statement no kwa cannot be true because ye nyina nim nsema hodo a ye former president ye Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo e kan ye e fa ye Bawumia ho before ansana wo be we ni power
yes
in the year 2012 e beje o man no di o man so o kan nsema kese economy and I see the na yemre any other identity na me neighbor. So how will somebody put you in that high position? Now if you are bedroom amamuma, then it means something went wrong. Ebia the onu who far one and yema or plan is oh baba yamano. That wasn't what you were doing. Because technically no answer na obeka bibia nipanti you know. It means there's something has happened behind the scenes.
There's a deficiency.
There was a deficiency. And yes, you are purely from Bank of Ghana economic side of things and the other baba yejuma. I feel by a city no. I feel quite the come once more. You running away from it. I feel can how would your leader assign you to other higher responsibilities? So I think it was or no one can say inefficiencies be and a ma ebe we no was an kasa se me kasa yenti any ade no. Yes. It was always part and parcel of a year budget presentation be what happened? I feel about parliament were not maybe. Yes. So it was why we inefficiencies.
Yes. And even again, Nana me de kan wo de no ho say Nana Akufo-Addo nankasa ejina simpie so kan said this is the vice president one meets pa or the vice president no opportunity power memonu ye pa. A lot of the things revolved around Dr. Bawumia. But wo de Ghana yan share vice president say nyanyina and Dr. And then was so involved even from your campaign in 2012 to 2016. Nina no message biya na Dr. Bawumia na yede eka ono na ekire say yeba dollar no oba arrested dollar economy no obesom ebepeja afi ba bedu ajiegu gidie ni Ghana fo ni nim gidie biom enu nti na 2024 elections no omo man no sa results 39%. It is a clear message.
That was a 41.
And you know, so now a chairman at church him that you understand. So I don't want to go there. Huh? omo kan 41 no na sa jase kan ho no oti results therefore as a saying na na mai what you say that there is
about 8
constituencies
na
enya mai nti nyina ba be kan ho no ene ukọ electoral commission ho no ma results aya gazette no 39%.
I was yama yehwe enra yehwe na na komiansema no I think we need to put this conversation in perspective. Yeah, but now if you are wrapping up on that conversation, it shouldn't even start. So I'm coming in and say, but who need message? Yeah, but every message is free the other side. Now if you can't even get one to even talk about. Maybe anyway free here about me and then I swear yeah, but a bit media jina I didn't come up. But we call not in sema hodwa era Kennedy compare kwa Agyapong. Jagu and sema hodwa policies plans. Pragmatic approach or come one seven no I will lay the foundation down. You see, sir, you need not to vote for any other person than the Canadian compare Agyapong. But yet here and now come now if you know then some no say the kind no you wrap up on that now you call a unity tour over the northern region.
President 8 years and sister what? Or you're acting president for 8 years, what? So society. It's a different of Jebe nti no musi omusa. Jebe. Jebe bibia ni ojo omusa. A by experience Bawumia or the move still or your champion or experience. The what? Nti I had it said muni obia eni asem. One someone is said what the Bawumia na care. I care about myself. The person beside Kai wouldn't be I mean Kai. Dear Bakwa say o yi nipa o di party na ni mo a. Ye ni a ye hwehwe eni suban. E wa. O hwehwe obi a o to ama no be ye party na o di party na ni na so be di Ghana ni mo a. Obi a go to ya connect. E wa. Obi a on tie now the what obi a o dwane no obi a onye abese obi a the castle enfa aparte who enfa party the what ofa obi ati obi si o we here oyin tomorrow ni nti oto abama no Ghana for aba saa nipa no be saa kasa no ba what's that the 2 people come one? Now what happened? Only 2 people Hassan a Kasa in Pape Baba. The what? You might catch on the oh, and I wait for you to see. It's good to have one someone is like Kasa. Kasa is for what's that the 2 people come? What's that command down? West. Obisio, and we are a Muslim. Instead, I will talk about
I wish you not just a seminal, said ya, you ran an alchemy, cano, I don't know. I say more. Warning baby, or can't send the corny baby or carcassy. We need to wrap up on this. We shouldn't even give it that time, no. Because no one himself, some are walking, or Janelle will my son called shame. He should have also added, say, any kind say delegate need choose who will be a uncanocre. He should have also added that line. Because to choose somebody to lead a political party in the larger picture to lead a country, you know, you also need somebody a uncanocre. Say the NRA chairman, Esho Chair, no, say Agyapong Lugu Dam as flagship projects in the northern region. Never cop by a Lugu as I said that no. Now any gates, any SCSU no. You should also add that to the conversation about the delegates, no, having no. So that it will be clear. Nani panel how or no so choosing the it's not just that the one Bawumia. No, the NPP party our asset now, which is here Canadian compare to Agyapong. Or a lot of raw materials. We need somebody or bet me 10 days raw materials into finished product a bit me and also. And they are quite and your money. That is a near my year can air come once. So open so a delegate no shoe or mate and as young just any power. or what that plan no just to go for obia obi nipa betimi control the like you can manipulate and no sa na wo person o che home obi a betimi akọ nti obi a betimi no that is not the point. It's about obi a betimi abo o my Ghana Tierra Nana Komia should come again and add that lines no any obi a only have said the area keke dan kwa kan no we are the true leader. You sit down, you analyze the entire situation. We say quality leader biano or assess day no in the night. Day no nyama you assess yourself and see day na koye day na koye. So starting the next day, you know where to fix and where to start afresh or put more energy into. And you be a okoda no convincing no say enya me dem anya hwe na ade a repeat some mistakes na asem portable pa na area Bawumia kan as a delegate ni gina so e de to abama no 31st January enye se de hewa na ye Bawumia anaso obi obetima coin. What is the message and area keke dan kwa wanya message ni bi
nana
message benya message ba ko bi e be gina so de atoma area Bawumia and I said that is the one no I don't even get that line say the point in one no
I think say messages is here omode bebe to me say omo pa acho and na
for there
that is a question you understand opa acho say umpa Ghana for acho for mistakes in there cause so in the previous administration won koneba you see it's so sad nana nyentia make say ya pa na say enka opa acho wa na say nuhu bia ye den aba o pacha wa na eche se o sesa afri bibi ho na me pacha wo ni tia nipa bre anto aba amma MPP come last 2024 elections okay my Koko report no on a former national vice FF antomo no ewu amu some of the constituencies no na sebi previous party mpanyimfo bi sebi omo ho ehi enti kwampo na ebi mu anya den anto aba no amfa ma MPP party fo bi mu suban bi a omo da na di ye wa ban mu no eno kura ka ho enti na nipa bebre na kura na ebufu MPP ene yesa yakọ akonu biom yesa yakọ sa nkrofo na omo suban bi ne omo ni ye bi me pese mebodin enu enti ne Ghana fo anto aba na aman no said Dr. Bawumia chi omo a jurim ene katasehye ene proye ebon omo aba MPP aban a etwa mu no sa nkrofo dodo na no mo send na chi mipo de nkanye say MPP free power ena ye tie OSP ye special prosecutor ye tie attorney general enkasa ye chiwe ko yoko ye de we kwa mi si na sa ye wa ban mu no nipa bi mu enya omo ho tam saa enti nipa bi mu nya omo ho tam na me no mienu de se bin predators ye bre se ne ye bre ya igusu bre ya isa akeke
and they were still portraying so omo nya hwe
everybody nyakopon delegates memma mo ma ye omo fa ye nim enye form abribia o eni se ye tena honom eye nhwehan ama abribia no omo hia ya na omo ba ye na so na eni omo kokoduru honom hwia hwe bibi politician duru campaign a obo se no gina pick up so no peja nensa otomani we afere no da lanku sem no why I see you don't see me tinted not him no afere odini hunsie hwe sankofo no mudi Dr. Bawumia chi Dr. a true leader our integrity one quality say we engineer unya sa quality no say Dr. Bawumia wo any integrity I think say on one kasa nka ontwa nani onhwe omudi na chi no na obewu say omunyina dodo nansa ayenwo dodo nanti na nipa bebre anto aba ama MPP ena sa nkofo no mba ochi domo eti wo san baba ye engineer anase delegate san etoma obiemu a sankofo no beba bedi wachi omo na abesan ne omo eden ahwe abo yesi kyem yonko na me che usuban why na di wachi why mu na di wachi Dr. Bawumia atwe woni na hwe omo mu di wachi no na busa wo ho omo mu san ena ni nsem oyoko omo mu san na omo ni nsem special prosecutor nsem doc omo mu di wachi ne dia u squad ne dia entwe ye fataw sene ya na wa woka say we a man of integrity doc so we a man of integrity and I know me through challenge be now me ba program so and I'm throwing it again doc me say call for a forensic audit 2024 elections na no you wha betty we say Canada for the Sikase buy a campaign. Obeti on Abu Wesi Missum Disicase Bebois campaign. Obeti Ekubi on Disicase Bebois campaign. No, Ujim Mrs. Sassy Canning Nano, F.I. It is a Dr. Bawumia person make me take him some Jilly dear pass secretary, Shannon Proy, and Jilly my cause or a party no Onim who because at the time on a flag bearer. So we are flag bearer, on a leader of the party. On our share campaign team no. When a party no a kutao, when a uka a bemu, when a now ye penny. Young audite sika ye de ye campaign 2024 no. Na young who be sika no koye, and no as a to me yamaya ye be say ampa doctor. Asema weekend ye uyo bi ope pere yo. And I say you niketa se share emmon, and I say when some ye fine. Omo mudi wachi nya uyu supervise over an election a. Sabi ewa ubeda sorry, see me discuss by campaign, me boa campaign sikase, me ma campaign sikase, and so na organizer acting so nkone ensuo to wanya Valentin Butu kra and say amfa nkwanko tally posters. On the day I to aba, huh? Get out the vote, GOTV. A man for come be ko efie makofa maame fo ne merwafo abakrampo ababetu abakrampo no. Kwanya no mo be ko taxi. Ye ko dru bantema baby. Almost taxi back up on the edge. Mamma, one so honom, not a couple 5. Ade. Meanwhile, there were allocations for some of these things.
Wow.
It's a new say a character there. Doctor, what character there? What Dr. Bawumia so dear Crampo na yamia?
Why they?
As some see nano, or some media yamia watching. Is this the quality of a good leader? Is this a good character?
I do mean an answer can wa crash.
Just say
ma delegate name share the followers and the omo. But rather no omo sure no pe. No omo to about. But you are the leader, you are leading a team. And you don't want to take responsibility for followers and what they are doing. Say
he is desperate for power. Oh, I say a common demonstration at all by all means. I was so big deep party in him, ebeye man penini. So sa suban no and aba be hye ni mu a enyo ma bi a ekoso ontumi engina painting enkanya enye se enye enche ne chitafo.
If you can't put your immediate followers in order, how are you going to manage an entire country?
And the delegates net you know.
Wo wachi di for mo ben kakra na oni omo hia di nkomo koba de bi omo di wachi no. Omo ye niam enye. You can't put them to order.
Now
therefore my kakra ka we nyina ma. How are you going to manage your country?
Na hwe bibi o hwe the other side I know so ehu pa o. Hwe one dangerous side. Ye pekandini a sabi seminya asemo a obeka bi amame ana me kokon a obedi mechi obebo mechi dom mpacha na me kan atima se na kandini we de asem to wa no atwe ne ho Bawumia asem ne character say ya mozi yanka character ho asem mo kan other candidates character Bawumia character ba kono no asem si ya no atwe ne ho amemmo na nko na se me de na me leto me de na nyem na me ye driver afi na mo fast ya no mame mo fast ya no mame
o followers e to ayampia and so be gina say
chese wonyo
ma won fo bia yi metale me na
that's
not how we
Dr. Bawumia de obeye o leader asem to wa obetwe ne ho se ne oyi
Abusia era keke dankwa na o say nka o wa ye bo enkoma no pay or Get Connected show so call YouTube o do YouTuber Get Connected TV but more than search e was search bar ni mebeba na afi wagi kan kwa subscribe bon say dwumadi e yesi an live or home ya so na ko dwumadi ni so a then you leave your comment section ho in the appropriate time you can can comment no e dey amount and if you be phone line is not to now do adwenche e dey aba dwumadi no eso. This is the official platform I didn't come efa yera Kennedy Akompre ko Agyapong. And this was who so Babe to Franca Ahmad the New Patriotic Party MPP January 31st. Now we jina so abe pre to me general election 2028 Ghana ha any bon komo no e di bibia to BBS ye dey eto. Ye be rem na afa ye rem north the unity tour or dey ahye so no na yera no nensem said the ka o show we so no. And said the tie no so the okan no sapepe enetie. That is when you're dealing with somebody onim dia woye. If you have vision, if you have the end goal in sight right from the beginning unsem no nsesa because unim awie no efra ahyase no and in between no ensem no will be constant till the end. Sa pepe na yewura no ensem etie. Okopie mu e was savannah or ne delegate ni hyiae. Oko radio stations ahodo okoye interviews ahodo. Na nsem a work ni it's about development. How so be you soon in knowledge and ne experience I acquire as an entrepreneur no, to change the fortunes of this country. And that is what resonates well with the Ghanaian youth right now. Hey, and yet you character there. No, that's not the conversation at all. Why any war priorities now wait media turning the fortunes of this country? Now yet me a tumpon. Because your baby factories, companies near there, a new pass any bay juma ehum. Ukoye juma no benya onso kaka e de aboata so. And even if you're busier, unya kwan this someone any sanya man kitchen yeah, emo mine enko. So this girl, I'm saying saga near there. If people are engaged enough, only time why busy, factory baby or production. Obey your time. As I call say any issue. So I think this is the man I say or mining in army economy. It's not just about the MPP because the MPs are equally Ghanaians. They are not just aliens. Free baby. These are the same people who voted in the 2024 general elections. It is a 2 about we now Omotoma APP. A year 4 years ago, about close to 2 million people did not turn up again. It tells you that these are Ghanaians. These are not just MPP members. So I think that this is the time delegates should take a decision. About Bawumia Maino, yetimi yehu yenima free baby yewe. And so I experience somebody who has been an entrepreneur for all these years. He's been in parliament for about 24 years. Say, who just opposite these two personalities are talking about experience, who is much more qualified to lead this country. Parliament is just all about laws, any policies, any analysis near the other. So Kennedy Agyapong is rich in that experience on that side. No, Ghana so per se ye nyuma hodoma ye de edanda niema ni dinya sika film. E de ene ye Bawumia ya e betimi de SSC abo akasa we na wo ye. Tie de o man ma and say nothing about him. Tiabusua my faith ne ugina si e wasi ni shekikra. We need to go this route. Near to abano, Emaira Kedia compare ko Agyapong. If a ram na fe a very unity told. Yamko quickly na fe ye some would be a bobo so. Ye bana fe mini era keke dam kwa abo honkomo. Na yetuno as any abas. And some no crowd is straightforward. Utia, it just sit with you right from the time I will be you. It's yamko a year savannah. Abra oremu ho na oni delegate ekoko shiaye awo no mo etwetwe enkomo after no na afi aba radio ho no na afi nsema wode tu dwa no so yet me edb ede abro yebisa na ni swedi hu no. Let's start from that point. Yebisa na ni swedi hu ntia opeso be lead the MPP party any o man Ghana no. Think so twa picture bi eche some training no bisa question no. Ye nkona afi engotie bra.
So if I'm the president, I'll make sure first I move Minister of Agriculture to Tamale specifically. Some are asking, how are you going to do it? From here, go to Tamale and see the regional administration. It's so huge and it's underutilized. We are going to divide it into two, Minister of Agric and regional administration. Then as time goes on, we build administration or structures for Ministry of Agri. The advantage is people will now be moving anybody who wants to do a great transaction will come to the north. Okay? Will come to the north. There will be demand for housing. Contractors or investors will come in to build. And when they are building, carpenters, masons, plumbers, arc welders, tilers, painters, or electricians, all these guys are going to get jobs. This is how we can create employment for our youth of this country. Everything is saturated in Accra, and the place is saturated. When you come to the north or any other regional capitals, apart from Accra, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, the place is dead. You only see activities from the weekends, Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, they all go back. We cannot continuously do that. And therefore, if you want to build, because let's take it for instance, I live in New Jersey for so many years. We share border with New York. But I don't go to New York to shop. I get everything in New Jersey. I used to live in New York, but now in Jersey. I don't remember when I went to New York because I have everything there. When you move from New Jersey, you go to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, they don't come to New York for their needs. When you move from Pennsylvania, you go to Delaware, a small state, but they have everything themselves. You from Delaware to Maryland is the same. Why can't we do it? That is why I decided to build this country by opening up, and you start that with the ministries. Ministry of Energy will go to Takoradi, okay? Ministry of Transport will stay in Accra because of the sea and the air, you know, those things. Ministry of Trade.
See, I was here, Kennedy, I compare co Agyapong, I was Savannah, and Ocheche and Simono. And so I'm a catcher. No, this is so clear. Manner or a plan or an agim what do you want to do with this country as a leader and the whole end of the day. I think this message there and you knew it has been coming with him all this time.
Of course, you see, the vision is seen in so. The news were doing a clear.
Yeah.
Or no, the say, Obama enuma about my name. He wants Ghana to work again. And Ghana must work again. It's all about employment. You be creating jobs. Because a new man will honor. A quenya no so honor ma ye betu media yes a new man ama obi biara a o pa adwuma ye bia no enye biaye. Bibia nsi ye kwan. Your resources no enough. Idea be getting to the latter end of the video no na oka. I got the opportunity to listen to the entire interview. As some kind of say, obey decentralizing ministries.
Yes.
You see,
I think it was even emphatic about
accranization.
Go straight to Tamale.
Yes, the accranization is too much. Because accranization is a Ghana nini na akoya akra.
Accranization
is too much.
Street term.
Street term.
The accranization.
Bibia yenkan.
Well, very well.
Bibia yenkan. Intama nkana ye congested. What has Obia person or conquer? And no more open ministry, open a year, yes, a conquer. But so also the Ministry of Energy, quarter credit,
yeah,
or the agric, cost a north. So what you say?
Go. So my ministry name man so that they can access it easily.
Exactly.
And you also can plan. We say you produce here. We now have an airport, watermelon, fully functioning.
Yes.
You just move your resources now straight to these European countries. Even
the economy of the north will improve. The ministries no spread the eco regions now. Workers back now.
Yes.
Amount for back behind you. If you're a Fubenius cow, amount obi on my top lot a baby on cohort. And I'm saying you may be anywhere behind and more and some bit to me behind, but say you may be cohon more. I feel bones will be our top plot to be a daughter that I feel be developed.
Yeah.
A bassa a regional canoe, any regional developer. So what I say, but the Bibia question can be a question, and my other regions near day, and to me, any young resources and for in Tumpong. Say the Ministry of Agric, Cornofwa, workers echo winina, a bessa create a juma. And the amount one more crum honum so crampo. A bit be a crum in punto bebem. I will not send you be a quack young cry near you. I think say, he has a solid plan. He really has a solid plan.
May I side with him? A banny a Greek and a Tamalina because a banny yes, football production at the own am quine so qua.
Yes,
as I say, go.
Yes,
a cat and can a leadership and a plan.
Yes.
Able to media make good use of that and so we are ebe boy my na young first and ministry of agric no class it is obi otamale kwa no plan be opeso or the agric you just have to move all the way over call a regional office no the letter call I think that is a solid plan. A very solid plan and the year juma it we so we compare Agyapong and no just say oba enya to me wo delegator what to me no what dane man is sia na obedi MVP amanyu kudi na so onya tumi ebe mampania. This is what we want to do with the northern region. Yeah, turn it into production hub. Now you movie ministry na production in agriculture we ni na so akoho. We are getting closer to the people. Now you are producing near no yeah STB age foreign exchange. Na say here ma push dollar na kakra be shim. The dollar na say above from. It tells you say ye adwumaden na yetimi ko ton wa ma no gi dollar ne ba. Sa issue of dollar cost na there it will be a thing of the past. See, we clear cut vision. Yera Kennedy compare ko Agyapong e de ato akwem na enye no nko a osan so lay out the north how a person oputi enema na okan e be kan ye nuan babi ne enema bi a osuso onya tumi a ye betimi e de production na ne bo e din wo amansan adwa so a e de ye betimi anya for so afi so ye hwe no so bra.
Now let me show you this, my brother. We are here as a country. We have pineapple in abundance. We have coconut in abundance. I bought this from a supermarket in Sunyani. And look at it yourself. If it's locally produced or is imported. How? Yeah, so this simple thing. You mean we cannot produce it ourselves?
Yes, so this is important.
Right, and we are spending money to go and import this. Look, this. If you are Muslim, this is what you need. This is sparkling wine and non-alcoholic, made from pineapple seed for yourself. And all these are important. Look, chocolate. We produce cocoa over 100 years, and we still import this.
This is very serious.
This is what I'm talking about. I have some of them, they left, they forgotten. It's coming. Yam chips. You are here, you produce yam. We don't have one storage facility here. I have a technology from Holland, a company called Grasso. You can store yam for 8 months. I want the listeners to believe in me because in Europe, America, they have one season, the summertime. They produce potatoes in abundance and they store them for 8 months. So every day when you go to supermarket and you want potatoes, you get it. Why can't we do this? It's the same technology. Like these air conditions, it's like blowers. You put the air conditioning here, reduce the temperature, increase the temperature to a level where the yam will still feel like it's in the air. For 8 months. Holland. So many years that I have done this experiment. Why can't you do it? If I'm the leader of this country, I'll ensure that our yam, we store it continuously so that there will stable price for our farmers. Sometimes they have to sell it because the yam is in abundance. They are forced to sell it, and at the end of it, at a lower price, they don't get anything. So it doesn't encourage them to expand their farm. You have forgotten. Yam chips. We are here. We have yam in abundance. And we import potato chips. I will ban it. If not, we will produce potato as well. Anywhere you produce yam, you can produce potatoes. This is how we can avoid going to World Bank and IMF for all these things. We have to be pragmatic. And we can do it. Again, same on yam. My brother, we produce yam more than any country in the world. But what are the returns? Meanwhile, our next door neighbor, their staple food is yam, which is Nigeria. And they process the yam and they call it pounded yam. Fufu. And when you go to African shops, they are all there. Why don't we take advantage? Argentina, Yentimi, Enche, in Riania, Bayira no more, Nigeria for pay near processing. Nay, answer exporting $8 influence. Saturday culture. Say, and was say, making sure, say, in we are near Yedi. We produce, we eat. We produce, we process. We process, we export. Let me repeat. We produce, we eat. We produce, we process. We process, we export. This is the way to go. I'm here. You produce groundnut. And we import about 98% of our oil, cooking oil, from Europe, America, and all those things. When we can use our own granules. We can use coconut oil, even the shea butter oil.
I was right here, Kennedy, I compare Agyapong, the vision, Emma, the North, and they said your car, so we use the 5 northern regions to feed the whole of Africa. And on a boom, Eddie, MIA, our Brocopium, our Savannah region. This is so clear. And the only way, no pragmatically, I think it's always around. So let's find the definition of it simply enough in the So pragmatical. What we simply mean is dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical considerations. It's the opposite of change and they say, yeah, kasa bebre do kasa no doso. Now we should put them into action. Okay, as I say, yeah, they are better. This thing is feasible. We can do it, and it can happen. The okay, you know, possible. We can do all this. Or my name was I see a bit with the idea by then. Or say by any idea now pro. And some by idea me got to 1 week old. When instead the woman in that so me ko ye. But there will be a storage system. Yeah, by any begum. They are condition are conducive. Said you ask by any shem coffee muna. By any bit yes, they go. We go to that storage and pick them to the market. And only pragmatic, no only plan, no how I saw my neck. I will say this: every year you say you school, I use social studies here. We learn about Ghana, a mineral-rich country, resources near will be raw materials. So if you plan, they say, near be leaders of this country. What we do is to set up factories to produce an amount out of these raw materials, sell them and make money. Because the world need global stage in a market, you need to offer something to get money out of it. Ghana they offer free. Now I said Ghana and China co sign it a year deal be. Then I said Ghana everything the name of China now freely. Not China the name of Ghana freely. Then Ghana what do China? What are we sending to them? Then they go all the mobile phone they come and now the DNA ko China kwa koton. A raw near they are in the raw state. Not China for turning into finished product, no matter how much back. That is what we do in all this world. You are Canadian compare Agyapong say we will set up the factories here. Say every year go so more dam. Nam so ma ko buy aluminium near the do Ghana. That is the same thing. We set up factories in north now producing here man. Wait me the young chips ni biscuit alcohol. International market that is what no plan what you go. I know now we here as Ghanaian now. And yet kasatente one constituency, one budget. Budget no just a plan. Inti plan get this kind of to your home for. Era dan kwam. Era Ken ni semwa what the 2 was Savannah. I think this is the last video was Savannah. Now fi ni yen room we upper west na fi yen source.
Well, you see, Nana, so we are piani and now we castle we piani. Na say be okotena baby so bia so ye kwani na afi de ye duru afuom na kan ya ma webro na ye kase duame ehwe na afi de unhunu kwan a obefa so kra edese kan da tu fom kra de abro no se abro no de miensa na egum se wo de mienu na egum de nan na egum na okose abro nsama de gu tokro ba akumu a ebasa nipa no a one ne nam no kra be dwene bifufo abusa se na nya asemesi no so ye kwani make a man acquisition.
You too.
Honorable Kennected Agyapong. Ono de oye entrepreneur. Ye kasa entrepreneur obi a ono ankasa obi oye n'adwuma. Ode ne ho ebe adwuma ye mu a ono ankasa bi adwuma hwe nnwuma so eye manfo ye nnwuma. Ne de ni nnwuma. So what you say? Enti no oye ne campaign na no nia onim efa enwuma ho eno na ode ye ne campaign kwan obefa so obebie enwuma ama enwuma aba ma mabunu enye bia ena wa kire mu ama na ba fom delegates nyina etia wa kire mu ama na ba fom se meba meye ni sei ya obayire wa ha bayire no ye betumi e de asie ama bosome be ye nwotwe krampo na anye de na enseye enu bi de ye yam chips eno be ko supermarket nyoma bebra ye to ni nyina dodo na aframa no ne eno de ba eba sa emwa encreate nyuma ka bibio Agyapong ye entrepreneur yi oka about enyuma obebie eno na onim eno na ye ne field
se no so no man here
eno no man here it is say ye kan ye niko ye chi na se kan ne a oye economist a na oye banker a wo so onim sika sem ntoto ye ekeka ye 2012 ekeka ye 2016 ekeka ye 2020 sabi when to me anya anya se sabi ye kan say obi a che ne bobre aye se sabi kriani a wo so wuni
we a che na dollar na 17
na ye de wakwa do afu be de se kan shon sem de aburo abu sem se du aburo me ahwa when to me anu aburo so obi na egu mu fi when to me anya adwuma no when to me show working so what I say you failed the economy woefully Dr. Bawumia Ghana for you see the Biamekasa asem yo enye ne ye pew enye se me brother se Agyapong na me penasem enti na meti ha ne o na mom nia Ghana for ka enu na me ba besre se papa wa bia mu dia mum yentie na dodo no e ka na bonten nia street no e ka omo no mbeto aba no enye me no mi no delegate nko aye to wi ana nipa na be president
so era dan kwa this plans are era Agyapong dey gu akwam no it resonates well with the street right
exactly enu ne nsem a Ghana for wa bonten tena trotro mu tena pragia mu tena bus mu a wo moka you see wo ho Ghana for tie ni coat for no e ho afro Ghana for boko for no bofo akese for no mahama say tibo Bawumia say bote me say omo ho afro Ghana for ye pe obi a oboshe ye pe obi a obe Kenya Ghana ho na say ya peja omo pe leader o yesmatic oni me say na no me ka say me chairman of program so me ka say look sometimes when you confiding come on abonten kwampa I'm telling you say senkene se JJ Rollins say bi me fa ne kran say se onwu ye na JJ eba megina batwa amafo se come
for him
nipa bebre se come to Rollins
ne nature no
nipa bebre so na ye kan sa abra na say Rollins say
no nonsense approach of doing things
ya feel Rollins ya feel Rollins style of leadership no
see Agyapong a package of
and we are making sisi ane de na soja aban emmabium na mom nia ode kabima min kabi amammo kwan so ebeba a ede nsese ye pa ene ntoto ye pa ebe pagya Ghana honhom no biom no ene owura Kennedy Agyapong ye yini si nchen a Ghana ebetena ye ABC num saa omo de bofo kese ne be dada ye saa abribia no ye tumi nkoye nim na akwakwa autopiloting say ye pe obi oye pragmatic na say oka obey o kire so kwan obefa so a obeye no o meka if the fundamentals are one to the one to the when what you say bayire no ye
we chere come there
oh erade yakopon
fundamental dey come there na na ye din komo before we move from here no I think ye din komo bi about ensembia ye Ghana for gina so to abama the NDC in the just ended election o say wo kan so mbo MPP for mo this kana dance am ne ko fom pa o
yes
Ghana for who say no we are not going to tolerate our corruption and that's how we discover near the admin so what promises all about you and Ghanaians are asking about this baby abefobia on platforms how do I was so people are asking that ben any very chiwe that ben people are asking but who will be to say Kennedy Agyapong now okacho say we this Ghana we bechiwa now you even there won't try he will do it on your beer although he will do it and that's the kind of person we need now to lead this country I girl am saying something near the you better take action and then we solve the problem na problem na tete ho sa na girl say no mu ye no mu DJ timi girl say focus ya na no ma twetwe nko ma for ma che ade be china ho ma san ko
into the kind strong leader ye kan ebi mu say ne character yes our character no and na bebo Ghana here will be a obetumi de ne nan yesi form I can say we omunyai obe make sure so say ebi etu obetwa Oh, yempe bote ne debi baby Ghana do sisi ano Ghana enoma bebre na etochima enoma bebre na enkoye ye bi hia kandini a obema nyoma asisi na kwan so senya Ghana ye nyina hwehwe no se ewo se eye no ene Ghana obi aya ne ope ne oti office bia na owia ne sika bribe nketenkete jijia sa se basa wow enti no nipa bebre na omo peke pon no because say omo kwan mo mu nwia
e bia na omo
discipline emma omo dabi
o ko ma omo tumpo na it's all about discipline baby I am too rangu obi antum to baby I nyina obi bibia in order we need a kind of person wait to ensure so that doesn't happen ma yenram ewo upper west na fe wrap up with the turn for now oguso de another time in another engagement na fe atwa so e dey amount